Tel Aviv. Ali, I mean, we're looking at extraordinary scenes here, and the sirens don't seem to be stopping right across Israel.
No, they don't. I mean, there are more. If we keep swinging the camera around, we'll be forever swinging it around, but believe me, there are still a lot of flashing lights up in the sky. Trying to describe it, it looks like comets whenever you see it. It's sort of, often they have a tail with a fiery tail behind them as they head towards the incoming missiles. I'm not sure whether this is Iron Dome, if it's ballistic missiles. To get technical, the Israelis use something called the Arrow 3 system, which targets ballistic missiles specifically. There's still more, I can count 6 or 7 interceptors in the sky at the moment, or what I think are interceptors. As Deborah was saying, it's hard to know whether or not it's an Israeli missile interceptor or whether it's an Iranian incoming missile. I've lived in this country for a number of years, and I've seen the Israeli military missile defense system at work a lot. I can't think of an attack of this size since the days of October 7th and afterwards. It appears to be a very, very large and sustained attack on Israel. The only reason I caveat what I'm saying is it is just very, very hard to tell. If you've got one's a very big blasters over there, we'll probably hear the boom in a second. If you've got an incoming missile, you might get a number of interceptors fired at it. So it's hard to tell exactly what Iran has fired at Israel, what it was targeting. There are a lot of military bases around here, although I have to say, we are the centre of Tel Aviv. We are just on the edge of the centre of Tel Aviv, on the main road into it. And it looks as though a lot of the missiles were over heavily populated civilian areas. That's how it looks, at least. But you have the headquarters of the Mossad, Israel's intelligence agency, is kind of over in that direction on the edge of Tel Aviv. You've got a number of military bases around here as well. And so it could be that the Iranians were firing the military bases. And again, it's very deceptive, particularly at night time, to understand the direction and the trajectories of these missiles. I think I'm hearing more sirens going off now. And I said it's a sustained attack because it hasn't stopped. It's kept on coming. There's been a number of waves coming in. The traffic, you can see the traffic starting to move, but a lot of people who are on the roads have just stopped by the sides of the road, as they do, and get out their cars and sort of jump onto the hard shoulder or jump into the bush areas, to be quite frank, on the side of the road, or if it's a bridge you can park under, people get under the bridge. But they've had very little advance warning of this. It only really became public knowledge a couple of hours ago, and so it'll be interesting to see to what extent Israel has been able to prepare for this major incoming attack. And I cannot see a situation whereby Israel will not respond to this and hit Iran back.
Indeed, I mean, Ali, this is an incredibly dangerous moment. The Israeli military has said that approximately 10 million civilians are the targets of these Iranian projectiles. It's, as you say, also difficult to know if any missiles have managed to get through. When you and I were there in April when this happened, and 300 ballistic and cruise missiles, drones were launched at Israel, the United States, the UK, other partners in the region stepped in and supported and helped Israel to defend themselves against this. The US president has said that the United States will stand by Israel today as well. But at this point, when we are seeing these missiles being rained over the skies of Israel, it's difficult to know which ones are being intercepted and if anything is getting through at this stage.
It is, and when you are, if you imagine where we are, we've got some sort of big trees and hedging to one side of us, the railway tracks are to the other side of us, stopped, flanked either side by 2 main roads. When you hear bangs, you don't necessarily know whether that's a missile that's been intercepted or whether or not it is an impact on the ground. So again, that will be something that will come out within minutes. We will start to get reports from Magen David Adom, the emergency services here, if there have been impacts and if there have been injuries or even fatalities. I'm sure those reports will come through shortly, but it is very hard to sort of get your bearings when when you're under a missile attack like this, particularly at night time, and to sort of understand what is happening there. It can be very deceptive at night time. This is an